Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, bell notification, comment down below. Most importantly, like the channel and share to get that daily cryptocurrency, XRP, and Bitcoin and blockchain technology video you've come to expect, love, need, and deserve. Yay. And after the explosive Fed pausing the rate cuts, the cryptocurrency market has went up and had a pretty nice bounce back day today with the coins. And as always, if you want to help support the channel, yes, you can always become members of Jabroni Killer for industry cheap. I believe it's $3.99 a month to keep this channel moving, to keep this channel flowing like it has been, is, and always will be free to you, my beautiful audience. But you can help support the channel by becoming a member of the exclusive Jabroni Killers, which is the best value out there to support a channel and the cheapest. Uh, and I implore you and beg you to find a better value for the price and information and education you get in my dedication to you, my beautiful audience, with these daily cryptocurrency videos. And you can see here, you just click that in the video description on any video that I do, or in the pinned comment below. And then you can also use my Robinhood link to trade with the coins that I use and trade with on Robinhood. And then if you scroll down a little bit farther, there's a Coinbase link down there, and you're always more than welcome to use that too. And one of the big perks that you get is when I go to the comment sections, you get first dibs and top priority and my utmost attention on the things you want me to look at, the things you want me to talk about. And I will talk about them and look at the coins like XUS 001, a phenomenal member of CS Jabroni Killers. He sent a message to me last night, but it was kind of late, about quant, and we're going to look at quant for him today. And I did respond to him, and notice how quickly I responded to him. And I told him I would do one in the nightly update, and I'll do another one today. I think IOTA, Peter Dubai 4941. I think IOTA is ahead of what's coming to the market. We'll take another look at IOTA for him, and that's a very good comment. Thank you for your comments. We'll respond to you. GR8 update, great update, Vincenzo. Thank you. The Gateman 999. Can you look at Quorum? And we will. I don't know what Quorum is, but we'll go and put it into here real quick. And what is that? Coreum. Coreum. Quorum, I believe. I'm not sure what this is, but we'll take a look at that for you and the update. And this is the perks you get. I come straight to your comments and I respond to you quick and I talk about what you want. And I appreciate all of you that are on here. And we'll do an altcoin update. Those are the most recent new comments that I see. Should I hold my DGB, XRP Ripper Z? We'll look at the chart, and then you got to let me know, comment to me, what are your long-term plans with DGB? You got it at 0.011, so we'll keep a note of that when we look at it in our altcoin update that's going to be coming up in our next video. That's going to come out about 7 p.m. Central Standard Daylight Time. As of tomorrow, I will be on Eastern Standard Daylight Time as my trip and my business in Central Illinois is complete. And we're going back to the great state of Michigan, right? So that we'll go over that for you, XRP Ripper, in the altcoin video. But in this video, we're going to look at the normal coins, and we're going to start, as always, with the XRP. And then we'll look at some news. And then look out for that altcoin explosive update coming out about 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, about 2 hours from now, slightly after supper time. You can see XRP, ever since we had that little bit of a downturn and the little flush, we're starting to pump back to the upside now. And if we look at where our moving averages are in the daily time frame, they're not really moving a whole lot because the price has just been trading sideways, but we'll update that. Looks pretty good. 258 is our 50-day moving average. 209 is our 100-day moving average. And about 154 is our 200-day moving average. And we've had a nice rebound here now. If we look at the volume though, the volume hasn't rebounded. Notice that? Our daily sell volume, and then look at what's preceded it the last 2 days or the last 3 days. The volume hasn't increased. The volume has still decreased as the price has recovered, which gives me a little hesitation that there could be something at play. And if we're just going to quickly recap here, what's been going on with the XRP price is we do know as long as you're above this major area of support now, because those resistance, 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 brief resistance pump, as long as we're above right about where the 50-day moving average is in the daily time frame, at the 256 level, as long as you're above that, you're short to medium term bullish, right? Even though we all know you're long term bullish, but in the short to medium term, you're bullish. But eventually, at some point, as we take off our industry exclusive perching tool to zoom out here a little bit, at some point, for the first time since November, the first week in November, right around the election, we haven't hit any of these moving averages in XRP, the 50, the 100, or the 200, and that just can't last forever. And it always will come back to the moving averages. They will cross, and eventually, at some point, they will be below the moving averages. It's just the way that it works. But something that we're watching out for here is this a head and shoulders short-term topping reversal pattern? And if we pull our perching tool back up, not that lame line tool that everybody else uses, got the perching tool. And this is me, Vincenzo up here. Hello. You can see we had the big pump, right? Everybody can see that. But then after this big pump, this could have been a big right shoulder or left shoulder. See that? Looks like a shoulder, left shoulder. Then we got supported right here once, twice on the wick, 3 times on the wick, and then 4 and 5 times on a daily candle body, which is starting to form a neckline. Then we had our big pump here, which if this doesn't break the 340 and gets rejected, then you could say this is your head, right? So then we got your left shoulder, your head, your potential neckline down here at about the $2.08. And that's what we're watching out for, because if you do drop, and we tried to do it right here, but if you drop down and then you tap the 100-day moving average in blue, which is hovering right at the neckline, then you could have a nice big return rally for a left shoulder, right? And then if you came back down there, or a right shoulder, you'd have your left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, and this could be a short-term topping out reversal pattern. And you would go on a targeted move in a head and shoulders from the top of the head to the bottom of the neckline, and then you bring it to the point of a breakout, and that's what you get right here, which would bring you down between about the 132 and the 148 as a targeted move on a short-term topping out reversal pattern. And that's something that I've been talking about for the better part of, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 to 18 days now. So you're probably getting sick of me talking about it and would just wish the pattern would bust and break out either to the upside. And when I mention breakouts, it doesn't mean it's breaking out to the upside. It could be breaking out to the downside, right? So you always got to be aware of that. Or this could be right here where we have left shoulder, and then we have the big pump. And this could be a bit of a flagpole right here, right? See that? You could use that as a flagpole. See that? And then to the point of a breakout. But I would like to use it here after the last consolidation right there. And that point of the breakout, this would be your flag, your descending overhead resistance, your descending underneath support, and a channel formation, which would be the flag. And a channel is equally wide at the beginning, is at the end to the point of a breakout. And that's what would get you up to $4.68. And it still wouldn't really invalidate the head and shoulders, because even if it did that, you could just say, oops, yeah, I know you want me to buy this for the 138th straight day. I don't want to buy it, but it'll still come up there. You could say this would be your left shoulder, and then say it even broke up. That could be your head. And then that's your neckline. And then there's your right shoulder. See what we're talking about there? You could say, even if this broke up, you could have that as your head and shoulders, right? And that would make sense. So that's why these are the two short-term patterns that we're watching out for. And we're going to continue to see what happens. And if we zoom in to the, let's see, hour time frame, get back here to the chart, you can see the volume in the hour time frame isn't very good. And we're going to continue to watch to see if we can get back up to this 332 and get on top of it and hold it to get really bullish in the short term, and then look to breach the old regional high at $3 and about 40 cents and change, which could have been an all-time high depending on what chart you're looking at. Or is this going to be a big dump, a big fake out back to the upside, and then you dump back down to this 256 and meet the 50-day moving average for the first time? So we're going to continue to pay attention for what these two patterns are, because they're very important and they seem to be the most dominant pattern. Now, Bitcoin dominance, this is something that I've been following and talking about too, because the Bitcoin dominance is very, very important. And you can see right now we're getting rejected at about the 60.00% dominance. And notice today, as it went down a little bit today, that's when the altcoins started to rally. And when Bitcoin dominance, I'm going to continue to tell you this, Bitcoin dominance falls, altcoins rally. Bitcoin dominance rises, altcoins sell off, because people are moving some of their profit or money from altcoins back into Bitcoin because it's the perceived safe haven of crypto. And then when Bitcoin dominance starts to fall, altcoins rise. When Bitcoin dominance starts to pump like it's been for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks now, the altcoins have a retracement, right? So that's something that you want to pay attention to. A big support level for this and resistance level is down here at the, get that down here at the 58.61% dominance. But if we break out above the 61.79 dominance, there could be a big, big correction or fall or a short-term bear market in the altcoins more than they have been already. But if it dumps below this 58.61 and we can get down closer with a clone and breach this regional low at 54.83, that's where in the regional shorter term, that's when the altcoins were pumping at their highest. Those are your three key levels in the Bitcoin dominance. Now, if we go look at XLM, it's had a phenomenal pump from some of its lows that it had, and it's trying now to get back above this critical 43 cents. And that 43 cents, we do know, is the short-term bearish or bullish line. When you're above it, you're short to medium term very bullish. When you're below it, you're short-term bearish, right? And you can see the moving averages are threatening the 50 is ever so slightly started to trend downward. And that's a very interesting signal. So you want to see some momentum from the XLM here coming short to medium term to try to flip that moving average back up, because we've already hit the 50-day quite a few times here. See that? Look how many times we've hit it back here in late December before the first of the year. And now we've had a cluster of several days in a row hitting it again. Because if you come down, you're threatening to break down to the 100-day moving average at 35 cents. But if we go back into the hour time frame now, look at where you pump back up to on this nice return rally today, where you were up better than 12%. You got up to that critical 43 cents, and now you're getting some resistance. Now, what you don't want to see is it to fall back and get all the way back into the mean of this and then start diddle-daddling around and trade back down. That would be another confirmation on the short-term bearish. What you would like to see is you get on top of this, hold it as support, and then kick to the upside along with some rising volume down there. And then you would be medium term to short term bullish, right? So that's what we're watching out for. This is a critical level for the XLM price, because the underneath targets, even though nobody thinks it can happen, we've been talking about it, on a big bearish flush, you could come all the way down to the 200-day moving average at about 27 cents, what it's sitting at today. And that's something that we're very cautious and we're watching optimistically to see if this pumps to 80, or we have a great buying opportunity in a swing trade down there at 27 cents. So that's what we're watching out for there. AMP has been struggling of late. I'm still bullish on AMP. I still do think at some point this year we're going way up there to this 3.5 to 7 cents, and I will continue to think that until the floor drops out from underneath it. But you can see we've had a nice little rebound as the moving averages are moving parallel to the price, and we're trying to rebound and try to get back to the upside. But right now, like what one of my Jabroni Killer members pointed out in the 15-minute time frame, he's seen an M topping reversal pattern or a double top reversal pattern. And a double top in the shorter time frame and the long time frame, you would go from the top right there. You see that? And then your neckline would be right there, right where they met, right where the mean or the two areas met to form the double top. And to figure out a targeted move, you would go from the top of the double top or the M to the neckline, which is right there, to the point of a breakout. And it just so happens that gets you awfully close at about just above a half a penny down to the 200-day moving average in the daily time frame, and that's what that green stick is. And that's something that's very possible as it continues to get rejected uh, at the neckline, and it's below the neckline. And if we slip the 200-day moving average in blue, it's very likely that you would come down to the 200-day moving average in the shorter time frame and in the short term to get short-term bullish again. And we need to get above these moving averages, the 50-day and the daily, and then start to pump up and breach some of these regional tops right there, the three in a row that we had right there. We had one right here, January the 20th, one right here, the 24th, and another one right here, the 26th. You would need to breach those to get somewhat short term to medium term more bullish than what we are right now, as we've been short term bearish ever since that early December pump right here. Oh, not even right there. That's the January pump. The December pump was back here, which just pains me to see December's this far back because that means wintertime is coming to a close, and that depresses me, right? So if I get a little depressed in March and April, it's because winter's over and there's 6 months before snow returns, right? And that's always depressing for me. But you can see that this is how high we got on that humongous pump that we had over about a 48-hour span. But we need to get over some of these short-term targets there to get more bullish versus the short-term bearish, medium term that we've been bearish ever since early December. And if we look at some news, I'm sure some news has happened. Bitcoin rallies above 106,000. Tether brings its 140 billion USDT stablecoin to Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. 534 million exit DeepSeek debit sends shockwave through crypto ETFs. Here's some news. The entry of DeepSeek into the market has caused a seismic shift in the cryptocurrency landscape, causing wide-scale volatility and significant capital outflows. Ripple effects were felt across multiple sectors, with crypto mining stocks bearing the brunt of the impact. Investors scrambled to reassess their positions. Market sentiment turned bearish within hours. Tech giant shows resilience amid deep seek scare. Major U.S. technology stocks remain surprisingly resilient during the uncertainty within the cryptocurrency space. Companies such as Nvidia, Apple, and Amazon were able to bounce back strongly. The recovery was stark contrast to the crypto markets. The divergence between traditional tech and global assets was apparent throughout the trading session. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs faced massive withdrawals. The turbulence and challenging for cryptocurrency investment products. Spot Bitcoin ETF, which had thrived with inflows amounting to nearly 2 billion in the weeks following Donald Trump's second term launch, sharply reversed. Uh, Far Side Investor reported that saw the product see outflows of 457.6 million. Still, this was not better for Ethereum, which lost 136 million. Yesterday's rout in the markets caused by DeepSeek news caused investors to panic, prompting outflows from Bitcoin and Ethereum totaling 442 million and 99 million, respectively. Yesterday's rout in the market, the cryptocurrency mining business was not immune to the market downturn. Large companies like Riot Platform, Clean Spark, and MARA Holdings all recorded losses for the second day running. Their troubles reflected the greater instability in the market, according to CoinMarketCap. Total ETF outflows 534 million during the crypto market, stunning one-day sell-off, which rattled investors' confidence. XRP's surprise performer. Despite the general chaos, XRP was a surprise performer, even with some drops. The digital product quickly bounced back. XRP ETP even registered a new purchase of 2.1 million in the face of the market turmoil. On-chain data supported this. movement when high net worth wallets accumulated around 120 million XRP during the downturn. These strategic investors apparently viewed the market dip as a buying opportunity rather than a reason to exit. The DeepSeek incident has highlighted the cryptocurrency market continues susceptibility to sudden shock. Different assets and areas shown different levels of strength. XRP growth was noticeable compared to the overall weakness in the markets. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and look for that explosive altcoin video that's going to come out at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time tonight, highlighting all of my yes members of Jabroni Killers and the growing community of Jabroni Killers on their questions and their coins they want me to talk about. Peace and love.